Hello, and welcome once again to Stuff and Things, where I like to discuss stuff and occasionally even things. I'm your good friend Bradley, and today I'm going to be reviewing these. What are these? Well, you can see the name brand on the box here, Allen Edmonds, the great American shoe company. This is a pair of Allen Edmonds Park Avenue cap-toe Oxfords. This is a very classic shoe design made by one of the few companies which still produces shoes in America. There are about 7 companies left, supposedly, which still produce the majority of their shoes in the US. Allen Edmonds is one. Alden is another name you might have heard of. They're even more expensive. Allen Edmonds is fairly expensive, but kind of mid-range in terms of men's dress shoes that are made in the US. Alden is kind of more of a Beverly Hills sort of company. But let's just take a look at these shoes here. This is the Park Avenue. I don't know if we can actually see inside there. My lighting. Yeah, Allen Edmonds, Park Avenue. This is a very classic lace-up Oxford, but it's a cap-toe, so some might call this a cap-toe balmoral. But a very, very classic shoe style since pretty much the turn of the 20th century. Allen Edmonds has been in business since 1922. They started in Belgium, Wisconsin in 1922. They're now located in Port Washington, Wisconsin. Pretty much all their production is still in the U.S. They have a production facility in Costa Rica, I believe, or no, I think it's the Dominican Republic, where some of their boat shoes and things like that, some of the sewing is done there, and then it's shipped back to the U.S. for complete assembly. But for the most part, their shoes are made in the U.S., and some are wholly made, some are partially made. As far as I know, these Park Avenues, this higher range line of theirs, are still completely made in the U.S. They have a 212-step production process, which they outline on their website. Just go over some of the features of these shoes, though. These are full grain leather uppers. So this is full grain leather. This is not split leather. Much of their leather comes from the Horween Leather Company, which has been around since 1905. Again, one of the only companies left in America that tans leather. They produce, I think, the leather for footballs, or maybe it was for NBA basketballs. I can't remember. But they're one of the better leather companies still around, have some excellent Cordovan leather and things like that. So they get their leather from Horween, and these shoes are produced using a Goodyear welting process. I don't know if you can see that, but basically what that entails, it was a process developed by Goodyear. I believe it was his son, Charles Goodyear? I can't remember. And again, that was around the turn of the last century or a little before. And it's a process whereby the uppers are sewn onto the soles. There's a seam or a welt that goes all the way around the upper. And what that allows you to do is sew the upper on one piece to these soles. So if the soles wear out, it's a much easier process to remove all the stitching here, remove the sole from the upper, and just put a whole new sole on it. And what allows it to do is the shoe is much more easily recrafted, repaired. So these shoes are meant to last a very, very long time. Take another look there. The right shoe, the left shoe. These are size 10.5 D, medium width. And from what I've been able to tell so far, Allen Edmonds shoes fit very, very true to size. I have a very average size feet, 10.5 medium. Like I said, these fit me perfectly. I also have a pair of their loafers in 10.5 D, and they fit me really well. Also, the loafers, you have to go a little tighter. So when I get the 10.5 in the loafer, they feel tight, but then you wear them in and you want them to fit close so they don't slip on the heel. Full leather sole. They do have a rubber insert on the heel. Leather lining. I don't know if you can see that. Fully lined in leather all the way around. This is quality craftsmanship. Again, the lighting isn't the best. You can see the stitching all around. It's quite nice. And this quality, the quality of the leather, it's hard to pick it up on the video, but just feeling this compared to some cheaper shoes I've owned, it's just a cut above. No pun intended when I'm talking about leather, but it's something where if you pinch this, you can feel the width of the leather, and it's a full width, full cut of leather. It's just, I don't know, it just feels amazing. It wears amazingly. I've had these for a little over a year, and obviously I don't wear them a lot. And you can see they've worn in a bit, but just the retention of the shape and everything is just amazing. They don't crack, they don't split. This is really, really high quality leather. And of course I take pretty good care of them. And I use shoe trees, these babies. I highly recommend, if you spend money on a good pair of leather shoes, buy shoe trees. When you're done wearing your shoes, you place these within, and that prevents the shoes from curling up. It makes them retain their shape much better. And also the fact that these shoe trees are made of cedar, they also help dry the shoe out, which is also important when you have a full-grain leather shoe. These shoes are available quite a few different online retailers, Zappos, Amazon.com. You can get them from the Allen Edmonds website. They're $385 retail, and from what I've been able to tell, I haven't found them any cheaper anywhere lately, but when I got these almost 50% off, and I believe it was on Amazon, so occasionally you might find a retailer or something that has a sale, so you just have to check. I would say these are worth $385. I don't have the money to spend on a pair of shoes, but the fact that I was able to find these half off made it worth my while. I definitely am the kind of person who believes that you should buy something once. Pay a little more for quality for an American-made shoe like this, Allen Edmonds shoe, and only purchase it once. Don't buy 1,000 crappy pairs of shoes. Buy one really good pair of shoes, and you can get these recrafted. If you have a local cobbler in your town or in your neighborhood, you could take them in, but also the fact that they're Goodyear welted, as I described, makes it easy to replace the soles, replace the heels if you have to. But Allen Edmonds also provides a recrafting service. They have several different levels. There's just getting a polish. There is a new heel service, it's $50. They have a refinishing polishing service, it's $50. They have a standard package where you get new soles, you get new welting. They replace the cork layer. These actually have hot cork that's in the inner sole here, and when that dries and you put the shoes on for the first time, it does feel a little stiff, but as you wear it in, the cork conforms to the shape of your foot, and they actually become insanely comfortable after you've worn them for a while, but they do require a little bit of a break-in period. So they replace the cork layer, they replace the laces, and they refinish the uppers, so they strip all the old wax and all the dye off, and they completely refinish that. Then there's the Prestige package that's $150, where they do all that they do in the standard package, but they also include some shoe care products, and they throw in a pair of their Allen Edmonds shoe trees, these cedar shoe trees, and shoe bags, these felt bags to keep dust off your shoes when you're storing them. These shoes actually came with the bags, but I don't know if every pair of Allen Edmonds does. I think some of the lower end styles do not, but these are handy as well. These are in the black, obviously, but there are quite a few different color options available.
We have the Oxblood Calf, Bob's Chili, Bourbon Calf, Dark Brown Burnished Calf, Merlot Burnished Calf, and the Walnut Cloud finish.
So let's take a look at these babies on. Now I'm wearing odd athletic socks, but I thought I could just throw these on, and I am wearing jeans as well right now, but I don't think that you necessarily have to wear these with dress pants. There are maybe older, stuffier people who would disagree with me, people who are experts in sartorial matters, but I think these actually look pretty cool in a pair of maybe skinny jeans. I wouldn't wear these with baggy jeans, but you know, I'm a little bit of a hipster anyway, so I think they work. And always use a shoehorn with shoes like this. You do not want to destroy the back of your heels. So you can see very classic Wonderful silhouette, beautiful sheen from the leather. I think they look absolutely fantastic, even in jeans, even making them a little casual. I think they look superb. And here you can see them on with a pair of slacks, which is probably the situation in which most people will be wearing them. They are a very, very dressy shoe, as I said. That's pretty much as dressy as you can get, this style. It's very classic Oxford style. In fact, I believe George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr., Ronald Reagan as well, all wore these exact shoes for their inauguration. Clinton did too, I believe. Obama did not. He wore Cole Haans, which are not made in the U.S. Don't know why. But anyway, you cannot get any better than these, in my opinion. Absolutely gorgeous. Magnificent! And if you are a man of taste and intelligence and you decide to pick a pair of these up, make sure you protect your investment. As I mentioned earlier, buy a pair of cedar shoe trees. Allen Edmonds makes these. They are $24.95, I believe, from the Allen Edmonds website. Buy shoe trees, use shoe trees. They are necessary. They are not a frivolous thing. They are completely necessary. Allen Edmonds also has a range of shoe care products. You can get their shoe polish, and any color that Allen Edmonds has, they have a shoe polish for that color. Here it is in black. You get the Allen Edmonds conditioner and cleaner. There. You get the Allen Edmonds heel and sole edge dressing. So as you wear these, the heels and the edges of the soles can get scuffed up. This is actually a very handy applicator. You squeeze it out and you can apply dye to the edges. Quite handy. You can also get the horsehair brush. Quite necessary. One of these little detail brushes I use after I've put on the polish. I use this to kind of get the details and all the stitching and things like that. Sometimes you'll get gunked up shoe polish in there. This is quite handy for that. And of course, some nice microfiber polishing rags. All quite useful. So, there you have it. The Allen Edmonds Park Avenue Cap Toe Oxford. A classic and classy style. Beautiful full grain leather uppers, leather line throughout, leather soles, Goodyear welted construction, made in America, made to last. If you purchase these shoes, they could very well last you for the rest of your life if you take proper care. And I think that's all there is to say about these shoes. They are absolutely impeccable. So, thank you so much for watching. I've been your good friend Bradley. You've been the audience. This has been Stuff and Things, reviewing the Allen Edmonds Park Avenue Cap Toe Oxford. Until next time, good day.